Happy Wednesday to you. Welcome, Simon's Trading Channel. Hope you've had a great day and the first half of your week has gone rather better than Bitcoin's. Right, let's just get straight on with the price action analysis. Now, I know it's only Wednesday, but I just thought I'd have a quick look at the weekly candle here on Bybit. And you can see it's not looking very good, to be honest. I mean, it's still just consolidation. This is starting to test my patience now. Although I remain patient and optimistic about Bitcoin for the rest of the year. But it's not making it very easy for us all, is it? Anyway, so you can see at this point of the week, the price action now down to 61,000. It's got to do a fair bit of work to shift the momentum back to the upside because it's got to close the week basically just shy of 63,000. So it's $2,000 away from where it is at the moment. So, you know, and on CME here, there's only 2 days left before that weekly closure. And you can see that's actually above 63,000 to shift the MACD back green and therefore continue momentum to the upside. So some work to do. If you look at where is it with regards to the Bollinger Band, so you can see it's as it stands, it looks like it would close. So if Bitcoin doesn't get any upside for the rest of the week, it's going to close a weekly candle below the midpoint again, and therefore take it back into the bottom part of the Bollinger Band, and therefore, if volatility expansion did occur on the weekly, which it hasn't yet, but if it did, that would make a downside move more likely. And, you know, volatility expansion on a weekly time frame to the downside, that's called a bear market, my friends. Like, for example, whoa, what's that all about? Get rid of that. You don't have to look far to see that in the flesh. So narrow Bollinger Band. In fact, interestingly, this is probably one of the lowest volatilities on the weekly time frame. Let's just have a quick look. So look at the width of the Bollinger Band, right? And the length and the period of time for how narrow they've been. Period of time over which they've been so narrow. Well, that was hard to say. This was pretty similar, and it is in number of weeks. Apart from those two, though, yeah, probably here before the previous bull run. Oh, it all goes a bit wrong then. But yeah, maybe back over there. That was kind of the end of the 2017-18 bear market. But yeah, in the last few years, this is the longest period of low volatility on the weekly that I can see on the chart. Anyway, that's enough on a weekly time frame. Let's just dive straight in on now down to the daily. And I'll just take the Bollinger Bands off for a second. So you can see that the momentum, so this week's just been red, the whole thing. So we got Monday, Tuesday, and now Wednesday. And you can see it's getting very close to the zero line to switch daily momentum to the downside, which, you know, this number's still a bit too far away to make any, or it's still a little bit too far away for this number to make any sense. But you can see that much like the weekly, Bitcoin's got to close the daily back above 62.7. It's a fair way away from there. And that, if it did that, that would shift the momentum back green. With 4 hours and 40 minutes left to go, I think it's very unlikely it does it today. Also, what can you see with regards to the price action itself and the trend? Well, as I said in yesterday's video, this is the current local low of this, at the moment, daily uptrend with a couple of, well, a low here, a higher low there, and then another higher low here. but that will only remain to be a higher low if price is living above it. And indeed, if price closes below it on a daily time frame, well, then you'll have a high and you'll have a lower high, which is the start of a downtrend. So that, combined with momentum shifting to the downside, if it does happen, of course, well, that's not good, right? That's a daily downtrend, and that would signify more downside price action. So, yeah, I'm not particularly happy with how Bitcoin has responded this week, and I think really Thursday and Friday have to be bullish for this not to end up being a downtrending daily move, or a daily move downtrend, whichever way you want to think about it. You can see a bit more detail on the 4 hour. So the 4 hour has closed a couple of candles now below the zero line. Oh no, this will inevitably be a closure that takes momentum on the 4 hour to the downside. And you can see it's got to do a lot to shift it back to the upside. So it's getting dangerously close to this sort of period of consolidation here, which is the current standing low. So not looking particularly good, I have to say. If you switch back to the, or if no, just check in on the, sorry, this video has been a bit jumping around a little bit on time frames, but you can see with the, so this 4 hour candle will close in 40 minutes, but it's starting to look like volatility expansion on the 4 hour is going to be to the downside. I did say there was a risk of that to have price action below the midpoint on the Bollinger Band. If then they did start to expand, well, that'll be a volatility expansion to the downside on the 4 hour, which is likely to bear out more downside price action. I think the last line of defense really now is 60,000. So, not very far away from that really. And it needs to get back above 62.5 to just stop the rot effectively on the lower time frames. If I silence the Bollinger Bands for a moment, you can see what is happening from a Fibonacci point of view. So from the low to the high, so you can see where I put that on, from this low to this high, the price has already retraced to pretty much the 50% mark, and it looks like it's heading back that way. It's at the 382 at the moment, so that would be an okay retracement. What I do not want to see, and I think will be more likely to occur, if Bitcoin starts to close below 60,000, so that last line in the sand, is a move down to the 618 for this move up. And if Bitcoin then closes below there, you're looking at full retracement, so or a likely full retracement, which would be bringing it back down into the mid to low 50s. So yeah, I'd really like to see 60,000 hold up, and if it doesn't, then 59 hold up. Otherwise, Bitcoin is going to be languishing back in the 50s, and it's just nice. It'd be good for Bitcoin to shrug that off. Okay, there we are. That's the video for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, please like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, share, and join me on Twitter. Take care. See you tomorrow.